There's no going back now.
Should I put my...
Hi everybody, Susan Batchelder here, and we are very late with our scheduled hangout tonight. We are gathered together, I think, in focus again. We lost our focus because we were late, and now I think we're back together. But either way, we're here, we're live, we're awesome. We're going to focus on group collaboration tonight. I guess I should say what we're here with. We're the top racers.
We are the top racers.
I am drinking water.
I am drinking beer.
And I am drinking vodka.
It's been one of those days.
Jay, what are you drinking?
Diet Pepsi.
We got a good combination. Okay, Michael.
I know. I was like, where are we going next? Okay, so I'm just gonna lead off then.
Go.
So, long story short, we're all here together. We are the top racers, and we're a team within Race Cycler. Race Cycler is an amazing pay-it-forward system. It's a program where basically, you invest in ebooks and software, and that investment will allow you to take part in a referral rewards program that can pull for you, depending on if you invite 0 people or 2 people, a big difference, right? So 0 people, you can make a whole $10, right? Oh, it's not such a good one, right? But if you invite 1 person when you cycle through, you get $500. Oh, that's better. And if you invite 2 people, you are eligible for $2,200 every time your team, as a collective, as a group, brings in 24 people, because there's a whole way it works and the way the boards work, and that's a whole different thing for when you really are interested to come work with us. But it is all about a team build and a team group effort where everybody working together, because it's not just me, it's not just Susan, it's not just Holly or Jay, it's not just you, it's all of us and everybody that we bring in, and that's the amazing part about what we have here. So the topic that we are going to talk about today is collaboration, working together, and team. And Susan earlier was sharing with us, prior to getting on camera, a story about her dad that really resonates with how working together can grow from something really small to something that can last for a long time. And then we'll take it from there and continue on how we work together in different ways with each other as well as with other people. So that's what we've got going on here. We'll do our best to keep it under 30 minutes. Not under, but maybe at 30 minutes, because I tend to be long-winded. But let's, from here, just say, enjoy. If you have any questions, leave comments below, and we'll go from there. Susan, can you please share with us your story that you were telling us earlier about your dad when you were growing up?
Sure. The reason why I brought that story up is because that's how we do everything in our group, is by working as a team and helping each other and group collaboration. And yesterday, when I was kind of contemplating everything and how we can increase our team's momentum and just kind of trigger some more of that group collaboration, come at it maybe from a different angle. So I was contemplating a lot of things, and why is it that I was so insistent about always doing everything as teamwork and group collaboration? And the only thing I could come up with is it's really all I knew. And so I just went back to childhood stories, and I grew up around teamwork. It's what my parents believed in. They both started from essentially nothing. They left their farm with, my dad had a grade 8 education and my mom grade 10. So they essentially left with nothing, and they figured out how to use the resources that they had at hand and find people that would work with them and work as a team with group collaboration. And they built themselves up over the years with, like, they just live off their savings now because of it. So my dad's first job, per se, was drilling water wells. They didn't have water well drilling rigs at that time, that had motors. Maybe somewhere they did, but not in his country. So the rig was powered by a horse. So that was his team, and that was how it was powered. And then he ended up having a fella come and help him. So there was him, another fella, and the horse, and they worked as a team. He got known around the country as being the guy that could always find water. If he wasn't able to drill down with the bucket because a rock was stopping him, then he would go get some dynamite, go down to the hole, be lowered in by his partner by a rope, put some dynamite in the rock, get the rock out of the way, and keep on drilling until he found water for that farmer. So because he built that reputation as the guy that could always find water, then other people wanted to work with him, and he kind of graduated into the motor-driven or motor-powered rig. And it just grew from there. Then there was a fella by the name of Vern Anderson who wanted to sell his water well drilling company. This would have been in the mid-60s. So he got together with 4 other guys. 5 of them put their money together, and they bought this business together. Again, it was teamwork. And at that time, then the crew and the trucks to get the job done grew to 5 trucks. So then you need a team, and each job essentially it took group collaboration and teamwork to do it. They did all of when the motors broke down, they figured out how to fix them themselves, and it always took teamwork. If one person didn't know how to do one job, like it would take somebody that knew how to weld to do this part of the job, somebody that knew how to actually fix whatever was wrong with the motor, whether it was the carburetor or whatever. They all worked together. So that's what I was surrounded around. That's what I grew up with. It's just everybody figuring out how to get the job done. If they had trouble fixing a motor, it would be like literally into the night, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would be sitting out there watching them, and they would just figure it out until it was done. So that was kind of the example that I started the story with.
It really is amazing how it can make all the difference in the world, just having that background and knowing what you can accomplish together working as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes because everything you're talking about right now fits with everything we're doing.
Yeah, it kind of does. And it wasn't always rosy. Like, my dad didn't have a formal education, and yet he could fix any motor that was broken. He could weld anything that needed to be welded. Like, he just would figure it out and learn as he went. And that's an admirable quality. Sometimes it makes me a little hard on myself because if I don't know how to do something, then you just do it until you figure it out, right?
Well, it's essentially, to me, listening to the story and just exactly what that statement right there, it actually is it makes sense because the network marketing industry, the MLM industry, is all about working together. You know, when people get jobs in a job where they just get hired and they go to work, their job is their job. And yes, they work with people and they may have people that work for them, but everybody's just doing their job. In the MLM world that we're in, you know, it's really about people working together to build a team and to build a community. And we've got things stacked against us a little bit because, you know, the MLM industry has a bad name because, yes, there's been some people in it who are bad. There have been many people who got in and then they didn't do anything with it, and so they quit. And when they quit, they say, it doesn't work. Well, it didn't work because they didn't do anything, because they may not have known what to do. They may have been told it's super easy, when it's just like anything, it takes work. So what you're talking about, you know, is it kind of makes sense why you're in this industry. Well, you came from nursing, though, which is also another teamwork industry, you know, and so, you know, it just makes sense to me. you're talking about the horse, and then the motors, and then different kind of like systems upgrades they'd have to deal with. I mean, we have the same thing going on here. Um, I don't really know where to go with this because it all kind
I
of.
do.
Well, I do.
Go ahead. Step
You
in.
always look for the solution. So, for example, the water well, if you can't go any further and you haven't got water yet, and what's stopping you, you figure out what's stopping you. Maybe it's a big rock. Then you go and you get dynamite, and you drill a hole in the rock, and you blow the rock up. And sometimes it breaks the windows in the house on the farm,
But you just fix it. You just
but you just fix it. So there's always a way around it,
That's the key right there, Susan. That's the key that so many people
or through it.
through it that so many people don't realize that it's not always going to be a straight road. It's not always going to be like A, B, C to fix it. You may have to go around, through, zig, up, down, around. But if you just go with everything in life as the attitude of, if you want to do it, there is a way. There's a way to get around everything. It's just trying different options and seeing what works.
Right.
And
I
that's
have
where the
one more quick
collaboration comes
example, and
in.
then I'll stop telling stories. I'm sorry, Jay. Hold that.
Go ahead.
This one really fits too. It was this summer. I was 15, and my sister, she's 6 years older than me, and we saved our money for probably that full year, and we wanted to travel out east. So we flew to Toronto, and then we had a train booked. We went through Montreal, and we were going to go all the way out to the East Coast, out to New Brunswick. So we had this 2-week-long trip planned. A week into it, my mom found out that she had a cancerous tumor on her kidney, so she had to go in for emergency surgery. So, of course, we jump on a plane and come home. I'm 15. I don't have my driver's license yet. And this is, kind of like a family crisis, but the business, this water well drilling business, still has to go on. And my mom is the bookkeeper and secretary and everything in the office. So all of a sudden she's gone, but business still has to go on. So I got plunked into the office, and I had to learn. I knew how to talk to people on the phone because when you're around it all the time, but I had to learn how to do the books and answer the phone, and then how do I get to and from work? I'm 15. I don't have my driver's license, so I just drove to work, and we just did it that way. There was always a solution.
And it's about creating the solution. There is a solution for everything.
Yeah.
What's going on in most people's lives right now, I don't know if you're watching this and you're in a job and you don't like your job, or maybe you like the money from your job, but you might even like the people from your job, but there's something about it that you don't like. You're looking for change. Maybe you make great money, but you don't get to see your family. It's like, it depends on what your problem is. And whatever it is, there's a solution for it. The question is, are you willing to step back, look for a solution, and regardless of how uncomfortable that solution may make you in the process of achieving the solution, are you willing to do what it takes to achieve it? And that's what we have here. With Race Cycler, it's really cool. So we have this ebook and software system. It's a one-time payment, which is a great solution because instead of recurring, $99 a month payments like a lot of things are, or even $50 a month or $37 a month, it's just a one-time payment of $230 to get these awesome ebooks and software. So you get that stuff. And then if you sell it to 2 people, you're eligible to get $2,200 cycles, which after you recycle, it turns into $1,970, which we can't complain about.
Mm-mm.
The question is, are you willing to invest in yourself and stick your insecurities out there and actually start doing something that's completely different than you ever thought you'd want to do before? There's so many people who are like, oh, that would be great, but only lucky people do that. No, not lucky people. People who work hard. It's not like it's just something simple. But Susan was on a trip. She stopped the trip. She goes back to home. She's working in her mother's office, to work in her mother's place to make it work out. You know, the dad can't get water in this spot because there's a rock getting in his way. Does he blame the rock? No. He says, I'm going to move the rock. So the question is, are you willing to move the rock so that you can achieve and feel whatever you want? And that's kind of what we're doing here.
We'll
So
show you how to use the dynamite, I guess.
yeah, because
Right.
for example, you know, one of the problems in building, making sales and in building a community in this realm that we have online is, okay, what are we going to share with people so that they can go out there and make sales themselves? So okay, we see an obstacle. How do we get around it? Susan, she has created fax pages and call pages and different sign-up pages that all of our team members can use, that once they add their affiliate link to the end of it, like their name, their username, they can add it to the end of it, and then they can use that actual website that Susan's taken her time to create, and they can share it with people, and if someone signs up from that page, they're encoded to them. So we found a rock in our way of, okay, not everybody can duplicate the way that we can duplicate. How can we help them duplicate so that nothing gets in their way? Susan goes, I can create this, and if I create this, we can then add this to the end. I'll make it so it's super simple and that everybody can use it. And guess what? She did it, and now we can use it. Matter of fact, you can too. All you need to do is get started now. There's a button below if you're watching this video that you can just click on. It says get started. It's green. It's got a car on it. It's super cool, right? We collaborated on that. She was looking for something different for a car. She wanted like a button with a car. She wanted to be different. And I'm like, what about this? I have this. And she goes, oh my God, that's great. Oh, but we need to cut out. I'm like, I can cut that out for you. We work together. It's all about collaboration. You know, and that's just how it goes on here. Holly's working with people to get things translated into Spanish. I mean, it's amazing what you can do when you work with people who have the same vision to move forward, to keep things simple for everybody. I'm pausing because I've been talking for a while. I'm figuring someone else wants to talk now. I just get on a roll.
I wasn't quick enough to pull the special effects that has the clap button. Sorry. Jay, what do you remember what you were going to say when I so rudely cut you off?
Well, no, not really. But
Sorry.
but you know, I think it was something where Holly was saying that, you know, you don't, when you run into an obstacle or that rock or whatever that's in your way, that you find a way around it or through it or whatever. It's a whole lot easier to get over that hurdle or move that rock out of the way when you have somebody helping you move it out of the way. You know, and that's where, when you find it, I mean, you know, everybody claims to have a team, you know, but there are good teams and there are bad teams, and we know that. I mean, anything, you know, when there's teams involved, there's always the better ones and the not so better ones. And it's not because so much of the talent, it's because of the teamwork, you know, because you can have a bad team and there could be some good talent in there, but if there isn't teamwork, well, then that talent is wasted, you know. And so if you have a team where you have talent and you have people that are working together as a team, then that talent doesn't go wasted. It's like Michael said, it's paying it forward. Like, you have the talent to build those websites and give us the opportunity to use those websites and encrypt them to us, or however that happens. I have no idea, you know, but you do, and so because you have that talent and we're a team that works together, we're able to help move that rock out of my way, because I don't know how to do that, but you do. And so you've helped me move that rock out of my way, and out of Michael's way, and out of Holly's way, and whoever wants to do this with us. If you want to be part of this team, then, you know, this is a good team to be a part of, because there is talent. And if you're one of those people that sees, you know, teamwork and can join in the team, whether you have talent or not, but if you do your part, you can benefit from the talents of the other people on this team. I think that's what I was going to try and say, but I don't remember. But it was good anyway.
It was good. It was good. Thank you. I want to just, we're being pretty frank and like just pretty real. So I want to go back to kind of the beginning where we decided that Race Cycler was an awesome opportunity to offer to people. And when we looked at it, these are some of the things that really impressed us and that we thought would be super simple for people to share. And that's, as Michael mentioned, the one-time payment. That's really attractive. For me, it was anyway. And I saw it as something that other people would find it really attractive. With people that had never made money online before, just actually all the different target audiences would be attracted by that. No monthly fees, just one payment. Then the other key thing that really jumped out at me was the not having to learn a bunch of products. So we kind of like tagged it as no lotions or potions. So you don't have to learn a whole product line to explain to people to try to sell something or sell a bunch of things. And so that looked really simple. You just buy this set of software, downloadable ebooks, and kind of the concept of the flow of the constant repeating cycles. So that seemed really attractive. It just looked like something that was really going to roll smoothly and really fast. Then to be honest, we hit a rock. We hit a rock and it really slowed us down because of the payment processor. First of all, it was completely stopped and blocked, so the system had to close before they fixed it. And now we have a payment processor, but we anticipated that it was going to be immediate, that people were going to be able to go onto the site, pay instantly, and get on. That's not the case. So to be honest with you, that's kind of been bugging us and making us feel slowed down or weighted down, and I think it actually completely halted some people. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be frank. Still, I was just burning my gears trying to figure out how can I help the team get around this, because in my mind I had a specific plan of how I was going to market this for myself and for the entire team, and that was through traffic. And that's how I had planned the team pages that I set up, so it would appeal to people as they landed on the page. There's that button that Michael was talking about that he helped me make with the car and everything. Just click and buy immediate. And there's not a lot of explaining, teaching, selling, or anything in between. So if you're hammering on the same thing, you really see how it's not going to work, but you're not thinking of other possible options. And I was stuck there. And I think I can speak for everybody else. I think everybody else was feeling stuck. Maybe there is still some that are feeling stuck with that. So that's what I've been really thinking about the last really week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever. Time doesn't matter, but just hammering around how can we get around this, and then hoping that it's still going to come, which keeps you stuck. So then I came across one solution, and I found this really ugly website. And so I started digging into it. It's just a list of words. There's one picture. It's not attractive at all. And
showed me yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Sorry. I just needed to put a face to it.
That's okay. And it was the people that are using this to convert, and I won't put any names anywhere because that's just wrong, but it is being marketed through email marketing, which is one of the methods that I wanted to use. And so I thought check it out and see if it is converting. Okay, it is converting, and it's ugly. It's just not something I would think of even doing at all. But it's converting. So let me see what I could do. Maybe I could create a page and include the instructions how to sign up, get registered, and go through our payment processor, PayZa, or STP. If the instructions were all right there, and they were reassured that on the other side, if they did have trouble, we're, any one of us are right there to help them with that help. So I talked to actually two other people yesterday, and these are people that market with some of the same strategies as and I was kind of I didn't come right out and say, are you thinking of putting instructions on how to use the payment processor? I was thinking, have you thought of a solution? And both of their answers were exactly the same. Come up with a solution to just support people through that sign-up process, because there is some steps. For some people, it seems to go really smoothly. They get approved within hours, and some people have waited 3, 5, have some people even had to wait longer than 5 days to get verified. And so that can feel like it's a hindrance. I think some people have totally chosen not to join because of that. So if we can find a way around it to help people, that would be awesome. My next kind of aha moment and highlight to it is I was talking to Kent Brown, who we just got off the call with him earlier this evening, and I wanted him to come on this Hangout with us. That's our method of gathering new people or explaining the process to prospects. He doesn't market that way, and he's doing fine. He's doing old school, belly to belly, talking to people, getting on the phone. He does it that way. So he's warming up the leads before they even join. So yeah, he walks them through pays of that way. So it's kind of the same angle, but just a different way to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm pausing.
And
Polly.
there's a lot.
It's your turn, Polly.
Well, I was just thinking that is so true because there are so many different ways like this. I haven't been doing network marketing very long, but what I have, when I have been doing it, I've been doing more like the home meetings, invite people over to the house. I mean, and there were times that I would have 35, 40 people in here in the house from just different people inviting. So this is all very new to me, learning from you guys as far as, or starting to learn, the process of marketing online. Like when you guys talk about traffic and funnels and all this stuff, like I'm so clueless to it. I feel like crazy because I do not even, the concept of it, I just do not understand because I'm used to the other ways of telling people and then them telling people and then, people come into the house and all of that. So I think it is just, I think everybody has different ways of doing it and we can all learn from each other how to get comfortable doing it other ways. And it just, again, like you said at the beginning of the call, how we all bring different strengths to the table. Like we all bring, and trying to do what somebody else does is not going to benefit the team the most. It's finding the people that you have as a part of the team and really picking those things that each person individually is strong at to make the team so much stronger. So.
Exactly. So what would be possible if we combine the old school belly to belly or home meetings or phone calls, if we combine that with this method?
Right.
How cool would that be? So say, for
be.
example, Holly, you're really good at gathering those people at your home.
Right.
And I love and have gotten quite comfortable with these Hangouts. So why couldn't we combine that, all of us? So you have a bunch of people in your home. We go live on the Hangout. We're combining it all, and
that would be very cool.
Answer questions. It's really what we're talking about is the humanization of it. Either way, it doesn't matter if we're doing it online or offline. We're connecting with people, building relationships, and helping people join an opportunity that can make them a ton of money.
And I think it was
I think that,
Go, Jay, quick.
I think that's another good where collaboration of the team is implemented here, where Holly, is comfortable with, like she said, funnels, things like that. That's like all Chinese to her. A lot of people that we invite, say Michael or Susan or myself, will invite them to a hangout and they have no idea how to even come onto a hangout. you
Right.
know, um, where some people might say, well, I'm not going to do that because I can't even get into a hangout. If we, as a team, we have, these different talents where, Holly could have a training for us to where she'll say, this is how you would put a home meeting together, you know, or how to invite people to a hangout. It's a lot of people won't do it just because I don't know how to get onto a hangout, and I think that's like really cool that we have that here in this team where if somebody doesn't know what a funnel is, somebody here can explain it to them, or we have a video that will show them how to do it. If somebody doesn't know how to put their user ID number or name at the end so that they can be, coded to it, we can show them how to do that. So I think that as a team, if, if we people that at whatever level you're at, this is a team that you can join, and wherever you're at, there's a place where you can, grab onto and pick up and succeed from that point on. You don't have to know all of it. As a matter of fact, you're never going to know all of it. It's do you see my granddaughter walking behind me? And so, you'll never know all. So the thing is that if you join into a team like we have here, where all these talents are combined, wherever you're at, you can grab on, and somebody or somehow you're going to be able to succeed through what we have here for everybody.
And
We
that
can
kind of
all learn
fits
from each
in
other,
with
and we can all teach from everybody.
yeah, exactly. That kind of fits in with one of my favorite lines. Separately,
Mm-hmm.
for ourselves, we're a drop, and together we're an ocean. We can create huge ripples. So how about we do
Uh-huh.
that?
We'll make the wave.
Wave. Michael, you have to end it.
I just,
Wrap it up.
it all comes down to working together. We connected with Race Cycler because it's about us working together as a team. In a lot of MLMs, it's all about you building strictly a business for you, and it's all, what's the word? It's recurring income, but it's recurring payments as well. So a lot of people get in and they get started and they're working by themselves and they can't get it going because they're not really sure what to do. Well, we thought, why don't we find something that's a one-time payment that allows people to just make that payment and then be able to grow something with working within a team. And we've created that. I've created separate pages just for my specific team so we can do Hangouts with Q&As, so we can record them so that they can show them to their prospects. That's what this is right here in this page that you're on. If you're watching it on the page, that's why Susan created this for the team, so that we can all use these things together. If you don't have certain skills, that's okay. You can still talk to people because other people have certain skills. And as we do work together, and as an ocean, as Susan so eloquently put it, we can create a tsunami of prosperity. Like, the potential is here. The question is, where are you at now? Are you uncomfortable enough to are you uncomfortable enough to actually step outside of your comfort zone so that you can do something that you've never done before to create abundance that is larger than you've ever imagined for yourself? Are you there? And if you are there, are you willing to be a pioneer? Are you willing to step in with us now at the front end? They say placement is key in a lot of these MLM type businesses. Well, guess what? That placement's right now, right here. It's just moving. Like the processors just got really laid in last week. Okay? So are you willing to be a pioneer and step out there and try something new? Are you open to having your friends go, "You're crazy. That's one of those schemes." Are you open to hearing that and knowing that that's just their opinion because they're not educated, and that you're willing to take the necessary steps forward with us as a team to create your prosperity, so that those people stop going, "Oh, you're crazy too. Okay, show me what you're doing." So really, that's where we're at. And that's why we wanted to talk about collaboration today and talk about what we're doing and just kind of tie it all together, because really we're here for each other. That's what we're doing. And if you're watching this and you're not with us yet, then we invite you to come join us. If you are with us, well then let's work it out, okay? If we've got something, let's get on the cruise ship. If you sign 10 people up in the next month, you're going on a free cruise in January in the Bahamas. I mean, come on. You want that?
Come party with the top racers.
Yeah, if you're watching this video, if someone shared this with you, make sure they're a top racer, because the materials we're talking about, the hangouts we're talking about, the collaboration we're talking about, it may be happening other places, but I cannot vouch for it. We don't know who those other people are. As long as you're with the top racer, you're with us. And that's why we're here today. So that's how I feel compelled to tie this up. If anyone else would like to say anything, feel free to go ahead.
Every Thursday, hopefully right around the time of 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be doing these hangouts. Might be different faces on here. Holly wants this panel filled. She wants 10 people on here. So, yeah, maybe next Thursday.
Yeah.
I won't be at home next Thursday. I'll be in Florida, but we can hang out anywhere we are.
I'll be in Florida too. With Susan, we'll actually be collaborating for the team.
Yes, on the beach.
Or by the pool.
Or by the pool.
Yeah.
With a drink. And I never drank. I'm just sick, so I'm trying to get rid of my cold. Okay, I'm done talking.
Okay. So thanks for listening, and we will see you either next week, or if you're ready to get registered tonight, click that awesome green, crazy green button with the yellow car on there. Click that, get started, or get in touch with any one of us, and we'll help you go through the steps.
There you go.
Bye.